beautiful, you're kind, you're kinky. Not just the dolls.
Don't forget the action figures.
Honey.
No, never forget the action figures. I love the action figures.
Did you get a whole bunch of like thirsty DMs when you were on show? And I was like, no.
Well, so I think what we should do is probably go back to 2012 fashion.
A billionaire is always a bottom.
They're always a piss bottom.
They're a piss piggy. Legend does not even begin to describe my guest today. She has been doing stand-up for over 40 years, and she even knows what it's like to be on the same film set as John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. She's been nominated for an Emmy, 5 Grammys, and in 1994, the American Comedy Award named her the funniest female stand-up comic. Gender roles be damned. Please welcome my very, very special guest, Margaret Cho.
Thank you. What an introduction. That's lovely.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I am, you are probably one of the first comedians that I ever saw, because I'm only 12 years old.
I know, baby.
But no, and one of the first Asian comedians that I saw, and I gagged seeing you. My dad, people don't know this about me, but my dad's half Thai and half Mexican. And so I didn't see a lot of Asian people doing things all the time, except for like at Temple or at my dad's gym. And so when I saw you, we always watched every single special that you had
that's
on.
That's wonderful.
We love us some Margaret Cho in my house.
That's amazing.
40 years.
Yeah.
How does that feel after you said you started at 16?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even...
Yeah. I just knew I wanted to do this. You know, you just know. So you want to start young and...
At 14, who were your inspirations at 14 that made you think, I want to do that?
I think Joan Rivers, for sure, just seeing her on television.
Yeah.
And just knowing that was the right career. Like, I just recognized it as a job. And there was a lot of stand-up comedy in San Francisco, where I'm from. It already existed as a thing that people would go see every night, and adults would go, and there was comedy on the radio. People would be like listening to comedians in the early morning, like early part of like radio, like shock jocks, which is the very beginning of that.
Yeah.
And so you were surrounded by comedy, and I thought, well, this is a career.
Yeah, it is a career. I'm starting my own comedy career.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to like comedy clubs.
Yeah, comedy clubs.
That's exciting.
It is exciting because I have done, I've done like city wineries, and I've done, I did my own national tour of a one-woman show. Yeah. And that was really fun. And I felt like the most fun I had was when there is a stand-up section of my show, and the most fun I was having was just making people laugh.
Yeah. Well, drag is comedy. I mean, there's not really a difference. I mean, there's a musical element to drag. Yeah. But so much of it is about being a comedian.
There's a musical element to comedy, though. Yeah. It has this rhythm to it that really, if the rhythm's off.
Yeah, it's very important to stay on beat. And you have like a few seconds to get people laughing, and you don't have a lot of time. It is like very measured like that. But yeah, drag is very close to stand-up comedy, and drag queens are really welcomed in comedy clubs.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've done a couple, and my first, it was right before I got announced on Drag Race. I did at the Helium. I did a couple minutes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I did like 15 minutes at the Helium, and they were so kind to me. Yeah. They were so sweet. Everyone was like, "Oh, I like this, but maybe you should do it like this." And I love the camaraderie that's at the comedy club.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's really it's very warm, and it's a very specialized profession. So we all know how hard it is.
So you're about to go on tour again. Calligraphy?
It's called Choligarchy.
Choligarchy.
But calligraphy would be good.
Choligarchy. What's chola? Oh, cho.
Like an
cho.
It's a pun. I like doing show puns. So I've had like Cho dependent was one. Yeah. It's just pun really. I like a pun.
Me too.
As you know, who loves a pun? Ryan Landry.
Yes,
our
Ryan
mutual
Landry
friend.
Loves a pun.
One of my very best friends. Yeah. He loves a pun.
Yeah.
So I come from the pun.
From that stock.
That's my ilk.
Yeah.
I think also all of Provincetown loves a pun. It's a very kind of
It's very hokey.
old-fashioned. I love it. So, but yeah, that's why it's Choligarchy.
Also, I love puns because they're so relatable. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Everyone has their own mind of how they can relate to that pun. My stand-up show is called One Slew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
cute.
And so it's another pun on like
Perfect.
You know, I take you know, RuPaul kept calling me Slewfoot during my season, so and everyone literally everywhere I go, everyone calls me Slewfoot.
Slewfoot.
Hey, Slewfoot, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this.
You're gonna run with it.
Yeah,
You're gonna
run
take
with it.
that. You're gonna fly on that Slewfoot.
And so I like took this thing that I was actually pretty embarrassed by. Have you done anything in your comedy that you were like, I don't really know how I feel about this, and you kind of really worked it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect place to, because that's like a arena where you can take things that are awkward and take things that are kind of nightmarish that happen in like social settings and then bring it to an audience and kind of go, well, what do you think of this? You know, and get sort of a real understanding of like, oh, well, maybe that didn't happen in vain. Maybe I got a good story out of it.
Exactly.
You know, and then you feel justified. So it's it's a good way to kind of heal things,
Yes.
social anxieties and things that happen that are uncomfortable. So yeah.
When you first started, did you have any social anxieties before, or like any anxiety like being up there? Because you know, we see you now, and you're just, it's kind of like your home.
It is in a way, but it's all a cover for anxiety, and then comedy also is a cover for. I have social anxiety in like small gatherings, and I feel like it's really hard to talk to people, and so I have to have control. That's why I like to be a comedian, because I have control. We have the microphone, we have the spotlight. Nobody should interrupt us. If it does happen, then you have to deal with it. But in general, like, I have so much social anxiety that I would like to control society by being the comedian. So, and I think most comedians have that same thing.
Do you have a lot of, because nowadays the big thing is doing crowd work.
Yeah.
Do you like doing crowd work?
I've done it. That's not my specialty.
Yeah.
I have things that I have prepared that I would like to share.
Yeah.
So I don't really go into that. I mean, we do it. We have to do it because it's live performance. So they don't have a plan. You know, live performance doesn't. There's no negotiation with live theater. You just have to go with it.
You just have to go with the flow. And it's really funny because the reason I asked that question is because you were saying, you know, sometimes we have our hecklers or we have no one's supposed to be talking, but sometimes they are talking. And I feel like I'm starting to see a bigger a change in the scene where people are really embracing, hey, come talk to me about this. What do you think? What do you think? And I am of the same ilk of I prepared this show for you, so sit down and shut up, please.
Yeah, I have prepared something that everybody's going to enjoy.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you do have to work it in when people are really crazy or they want to talk. Or, you know, there's people that I refuse to engage with. That's generally like people who are absolutely adamant about them not liking what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, I had an incident this weekend where I had some MAGA
Oh, really?
in the audience who were really angry.
That's crazy.
You know, I've had audience members threaten to kill me. So,
really?
Yeah, about politics.
About comedy?
About my politics and comedy, yeah.
But I mean, I feel like the purpose of comedy is to kind of work these things out together.
Yeah, you would think so.
And so, like, yeah, this is how I feel. But honestly, like, the reason I like to talk about politics, or like when a comedian talks about politics, is because it makes me laugh about something that's actually quite serious.
Yeah, and uncomfortable and scary.
And
yeah.
The more I'm laughing about it, the less scared I am of it, and the more I feel like, oh, actually, we can deal with this. We can make this. We can actually do something about this now.
Yeah.
Because I'm laughing, and it sounds like people are like, no, I want to do something about you laughing at this.
Yeah, they get really. I think what's happened is that people are so divided that people are very defensive about the way that they believe.
Yeah.
And they want to believe and they want to hang on to their beliefs. So when you challenge that, it becomes incredibly uncomfortable and they want to kill you.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And I'm like, it's so over the top of what it needs to be. So I would love for us to go backwards, you know, like not be so crazy like that. I don't find that happening on like my side of the political scale as much as it does on the other side. You know, like when you're being critical of this current administration, people get really angry.
I mean, I think on our side of the scale, it's more of we'll kill your career rather than kill you.
Right. Right.
And I was watching was it Mike Epps, and he was saying some stuff. You know, sometimes he just talks out of his ass sometimes. Yeah. And people were screaming up here, and he said, "I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just telling jokes up here.
Yeah.
Like, why are you taking this so seriously?" And I think we've gotten to the point where people just don't remember the roles. If you have all this smoke for me, how about you have all this smoke for these people in politics?
Right.
Like, don't have a smoke at the comedy club.
That's right. It's like, why don't you actually attack the people who you believe are attacking your rights?
Exactly.
As opposed to somebody who's just trying to make jokes about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's true.
But you have actually you've been an activist through your comedy.
Yeah, which is important for, I think, a bunch of reasons. But I think it's also, you know, I come from the queer community. I grew up in the queer community. So it's about kind of defending my home turf and my family. You know, and especially now I want to really talk about protecting the trans community and protecting
protect the dolls.
The dolls.
And the action figures. Not just the dolls.
Don't forget the action figures.
Honey.
No, never forget the action figures. I love the action figures. But you know, it's that crazy mentality where we have companies that are being attacked, like the companies that make binders.
Yeah.
Chest binders.
Yeah.
Are being attacked by the government.
Being attacked by the government, being attacked by the FDA.
Yeah. Like what for making a
clothing.
Like a garment that would make somebody more comfortable
with themselves.
Which it doesn't have to have that emotional weight. It's just a compressing garment. Like it's like what does that have to do with the government? What does that have to do with? I mean, it's with public health. It has nothing to do with that.
It has everything to do with them trying to control the narrative of everything.
Yeah.
Which is really quite disturbing for me. I just think that we have to remember what's going on here. You're not focused on the administration when you're focused on your company going down because the FDA is attacking you.
Yeah.
You're not focused on the administration when you're focused on the Epstein files.
Right.
I mean, even though the Epstein files are a good portion of the administration, but for some reason, people are now focused on the baby blood drinking and the Leviathan in the South Pole. It was just like, wait, hold on, no. No.
Yeah.
There is literally a pedophile in the president's office.
Yeah.
Like, that's the issue here.
Right. It's the issue, and it's really, I don't know how long we're going to have to deal with this.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we have to take, but until we find a resolution, at least I can make jokes about it to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy going on tour, and that's why I enjoy my work, because I think, oh, well, now there's something to really fight for, you know, and that's, I'm proud of that.
Yes.
So that's really good.
I kind of feel the same way in the fact that I remember I was thinking, you know, I'm not so happy. I'm very mad that Trump won when he won, but I see the light in the fact that now people are going to engage again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I loved having President Obama, but what I will say is that people just were like, okay, we have a black president. It's done. We've solved racism. We've solved all the things. We're good now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it built this complacency that now you just can't be. You just really cannot be complacent.
You can't be. And, you know, it's really, hopefully things will get back in order. At least, you know, we're all sort of pinning a lot of hopes on like the midterms and everything like that. But
I'm pinning my hope on people actually getting it together. And by people, I mean us.
Yeah.
We are the people, and we have to control the narrative. We cannot let them continue to control us.
Exactly.
And I really want to I think it has to happen at the ground level. We have to start all together. And that's the other reason that while he's sending in these troops into these different places to break up these groups of people who are actually banding together.
Right. Right.
As a comedian, you are from San Francisco,
Yes.
one of the queerest places on this planet, and you are, you know, bisexual. Are you still bisexual, or would you say you're pansexual?
I think I would say pan because what it is a kind of, is that my phone?
That's my phone. It's in there.
I would say pan because I don't believe that gender is a binary.
Yes.
So I think that gender is infinite. I think bisexual is a limited term to what sexuality is, or what my sexuality is.
Yeah.
So pansexual is probably more astute of a term because it covers the entire sort of like
Spectrum,
idea
yeah.
of gender. Because I am involved with people who are non-binary. I'm involved with people who are trans. I'm involved with people who are sort of in the heteronormative space. So yeah, I would say pan.
I often feel like, this is with me too. Someone asked me, did you get a whole bunch of like thirsty DMs when you were on show? And I was like, no, I did not. I had a question. I was like, so are you dating anyone? Would you also say that you're polyamorous?
I have been polyamorous. I would say I'm more on the asexual side.
Yeah.
Like I'm more asexual, aromantic, but willing to find out.
I like that. So how did you come upon that? Because where I was going with this is that you have this way about you, this bravado, and I feel like I might have the same thing, where like I don't feel sexualized as much as I wish I was.
Right.
And when you said you were asexual or a romantic, I was like, I felt that. I get that
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
And so that's why I was like, are you practicing any of these things? Because you were like, I've been with these people and these people, and I was like, you have?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good to know. Because where I was going is that you were so you that I just imagined that people were just like a little intimidated.
I don't know. I mean, I've tried it all. I want to try everything,
Yeah.
and I want to try everyone. So I want
Me
to
too.
experience everything and everyone.
Yeah.
But I find that I'm less engaged. So I can't really find a sort of place. And maybe my sexuality is a kind of distance. Maybe my sexuality is about being the observer and the experiencer. So I don't actually fall in. So that's what I think as I get older. Aging has a lot to do with it too. Like hormonally, I've sort of receded.
Yeah.
So a lot of sort of desires that I had when I was younger just don't exist anymore.
What would those desires have been?
Like I love kink, I love fetish, I love any kind of BDSM. I love weird, like just weird furries.
Ooh,
I love,
yes, honey.
I love puppy play. I love all of those like weird things. Like how is this
You're
even
saying weird
sexual?
things. You're saying weird things, and I'm like, this is exactly the thing that.
It's
like,
beautiful.
yeah, I used to work at Full Kit in Provincetown.
Okay.
And I sold a lot of paraphernalia.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, like I've been around all those communities and in
I mean, you're from San Francisco.
Yeah.
The whole Folsom.
Yeah, I hosted Folsom during the pandemic when it went online.
Oh,
it was
wow.
the best.
Yeah.
It was
You're
really,
like, that was my favorite one.
it was my favorite one because they were doing all this sort of new stuff that I hadn't seen. There was like all of these lesbians doing cruelty-free cruelty with using plants like cactus for pain implements.
Oh,
Instead of using leather,
Yeah.
no leather, only plants.
Only plants. Oh my God.
But it was really like
That's gotta be
pain
v-
play,
yeah.
but using like succulents. It was really good.
That sounds amazing.
It was amazing. So I do appreciate like all of the sort of outer limits of sexuality. I just saw Pillion yesterday and I loved it.
Oh, what is that?
That's the movie about a dom sub relationship.
Okay.
And between men, and it's beautiful. It was
Yeah.
like the most romantic film I've ever seen, and I was so inspired by it.
Yeah.
And it was really like the BDSM was just the detail, but it was just about two men who were in a new relationship.
So it wasn't giving Five Graves.
50
Shades of Grey.
50 Shades
Five
of
Greys
Grey.
Anatomies.
50 Shades of Grey always put me off because you know a billionaire is not going to be a top.
Honey, a billionaire is always a bottom.
They're always a piss bottom.
They're a piss piggy, put your fist in me.
Yeah.
Like Rosebud. What do they call it? Red Sock.
Yeah. Red Sox Society. I mean, a billionaire is not.
When you're in that much control of things, the last thing you want to do is be in control of somebody else.
No, there's nobody's topping when they have that much money. It's just not real.
No, that's why. Yeah, I've never seen it. So, Choligarchy. Choligarchy. I said it right this time.
You said it perfectly.
Choligarchy. What are we talking about? What are we doing?
Well, it's very much about really getting angry about what's happening politically, really getting angry about ICE and Trump and getting real about what's happening. And so, and kind of, my experience talking about these things. So it's that, but it's also, about aging. It's about getting older and being in an older body and navigating sexuality through that. It's, to me, I'm really excited. Like, I still love doing comedy. And, I'm doing it for so long, but I still find so much excitement about it.
Yeah. You're going to be in places like San Diego, New York, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
What of all the places you've gone to tour, what would you say is your favorite?
I always love New York City because there's such a real thrill to go and perform there. I also love Portland. Portland is just so great, like Helium.
Yeah.
It's just a really special city. It's a great place to do comedy. It's very political. It's very cool. And I always have a good time there. Seattle is the same. San Francisco, my hometown, get that hometown feeling.
Baby, I love San Francisco.
So good.
Last year I was in San Francisco like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And just like doing different things. I hosted something with the San Francisco Opera.
Ooh.
I sang with the San Francisco Symphony. I did a tour of Hocus Pocus there, and I did a show called Reparations. And so I was there 4 times last year, and I kept feeling like I don't remember being asked to a place so many times, but I just love it. That is a place that loves them some me, but also just loves them some things. They just love.
Well, they have good taste.
Yes.
They have a really evolved sensibility of what they want in entertainment.
Yes.
And they have beautiful places to perform. And it's just a city that has always truly loved the spectacle of the theater and art. And so it's just, it's a great place to do what you do there.
And the home of like the first queer riot. 1966, not 69.
It's Compton's Cafeteria.
Yeah. So we have a little section here called Conspiracy Corner. I love conspiracy theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, just an enthusiast.
Yes.
Other people come up with them,
Yes.
and I get into it. I'm like, oh, really? So we're going to read a little conspiracy theory, and you're going to tell me if you think it's real or if the wool has been pulled over your eyes as well. Okay. Today's conspiracy theory is that the world actually ended in 2012 when the Earth got sucked into a black hole, and we just haven't noticed yet.
I totally believe in this because it's just been terrible. There's a lot of variations on this theory. They believe it also happened in 2020 during the pandemic, and we all died. I think it's more viable that it happened in 2020 just because of the way that the pandemic was, and that was just such an unusual event.
Yeah. And
so many people were dying then. So that makes me sort of think, oh, it's then, but because I do love a conspiracy theory, and I do love the Mayans.
The 22, yeah, because people were saying things just haven't felt right since 2012.
No, nothing's been right.
Nothing's been right.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's true. There's just been something's been off.
Yeah, it's been done. We're just gonna find out soon.
Well, so I think what we should do is probably go back to 2012 fashion and just pretend like we are at the world's end again. And see, so if you get like a nice, like an owl macrame necklace or we start being real twee.
I'll tell you something. I don't think anyone needs to go back to 2012 fashion.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was like,
yeah,
I don't think we need to do that again.
Twee. I think the world is different after it ended, like just because it just, everything that's happening is so outrageous
It is.
every day that it doesn't seem real.
It doesn't seem real. There's no way that our president is who he is, and there's no way that all the things. When he went to Argentina, was it Argentina? No, President Trump. He didn't go. Venezuela.
Yeah, he kidnapped
when he
Maduro.
kidnapped the president of Venezuela. I was like, wait, hold on. This is not an episode of the Blacklist right now. Like,
It's
what's
just
happening
like
right
we're
now?
in an episode of something. Like it's just very like it's like Black Mirror.
Yeah,
or something.
Black Mirror. Even. You were on television on Will Trent.
Yes.
I auditioned for that show. They had
Oh.
they had an episode with a drag queen, and I killed my audition. And when I saw that episode, I realized that they weren't looking for a pretty girl.
Well, you would be great on that show.
No, I know. I love that show so
Yeah,
much,
you
and
would
I
be
love
wonderful.
you. You're freaking phenomenal.
Thank you.
Do you like acting? If so, you're making music, you act,
Mm-hmm.
you're a comedian. What else is there? What do we not know?
I mean, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I have cats. I have a dog.
we know that.
Yeah, that's my life.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
If you had to give up two of the three, and you could only do one for the rest of your life, what would
I
it be?
think I would just do comedy.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that is the most visceral and, you know, very much like, oh, it's what I do. It's like my medicine. It's what I always do.
It's been the thing you've done since you
So-
can remember, probably.
Yeah, it's just the only thing I know really how to do. Everything else is, you know, really, as part of my soul. I love acting and I love music, but yeah, comedy is who I am.
How'd you get into music?
I started as a musician, so I was playing piano very, very young, and I played guitar and sang. My parents are singers, so you know
What
it was
kind of
always
singers?
they're choral singers. My mother's in the
nice.
choir at the church. She still sings,
Nice.
so she's a really beautiful voice, and you know my father is a musician, so the music has always been a part of our lives.
Yeah. Lucia here, I was telling you earlier, is named after one of my favorite operas, actually, Lucia de Lammermoor. And she's white, too, which is beautiful because it's not because Lucia is white. It's because Lucia was wearing a white dress in her wedding.
Beautiful.
Because she was getting married. It's
Yeah.
about her wedding night. At least the first bit is about her wedding night. And luckily, she's not red like Lucia de Lammermoor, because
Yeah.
Lucia de Lammermoor ends up killing her husband because she's actually forced into this marriage. She did not. She has another lover.
Wow.
And she comes out and she does the famous mad scene, which is featured in The Fifth Element. And usually, it's a tiny little lady too, because they're coloratura sopranos, and so they usually are the ones with the higher, more delicate voices. She looks so gorgeous.
She's a beautiful girl.
How long have you had her?
She's since she was about 8 weeks old, so she's 7.
Yeah, and I hear she was a rescue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, people often want like a puppy. How did you come about an 8-week-old rescue?
Well, her litter was rescued, and her mother.
Okay.
So her mother was pregnant when she was rescued, and then she just had her litter in the shelter. So it just kind of worked out that way. But yeah, and I had a friend who was working at the shelter at the time who let me know that there was a little girl there that I needed to meet. And so yeah,
And you have 2 cats?
I have 3.
3 cats. And what are their names?
Sapphira Cristál, who's deaf. She's a Sphinx cat, and Sarang, which means love in Korean, and Uju, which means the universe in Korean.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful.
Yes.
With your 3 cats and 1 dog, do you expect to be, getting any more?
No,
No, you're
I,
done.
I think I have a kennel license at this point.
Right?
Like,
That's
I
what I'm
really
thinking. I'm like,
it's getting.
we're about to get a zoo, honey.
It's getting
We're going to have to
very.
start inviting people over so we can pay these these bills for these kids.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I do love it.
They all have like nice attitude.
Yeah, yeah, they're very good.
I have a couple of questions for you, I think. Yeah. From our fans. Please love me. Okay. Ask this. Do you ever plan on would you ever do another sitcom?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. I have some ideas that I'm working on. I think it would be great. Mm-hmm. For me, I think it's a really important art form,
Yeah.
and I would love to revisit it.
Are you excited about do you watch TV at all? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite show?
Gosh, you know what? Right now, I'm watching Interview with a Vampire.
I love it.
Isn't it good?
It's so good.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And kind of really hot.
It's really sexy and it's really
very sexy.
beautiful.
In a way that, like, I don't think many people understand. You know, everyone was really into that show with the 2 hockey players.
Oh, Heated Rivalry. Yeah.
Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Not going to. Because it felt like a little bit of queer baiting porn.
Oh no, it
queer
is
baiting.
really good though.
I hear it's good.
beautiful.
I just also heard there's like 2, maybe 1 black person in it. So I was like, I'm good on that.
But Interview with a Vampire is so beautiful.
Exactly. That's beautiful. It talks about different types of love. It talks about, I have experienced being in this sort of love. My dad was a very, very difficult person to love. But sometimes you just love who you love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that show really gives me that. If you could, who's one of your favorite comedians to like perform with?
I really love doing shows with Tig Notaro. I love doing shows with Joaquin Booster, who's your next guest. I love, I mean, so many people. I love doing shows with Ali Wong. I got to perform on her tour a bunch of times. She's just
hilarious.
So special.
And very nice.
Just a beautiful person. I love Sabrina Wu. They're my baby. That's my child. All of my children. There's so many wonderful queer
like my kids.
Asian comedians,
Yeah.
out there who are my babies.
It's been wonderful having you here.
Thank you.
You're really, I just love your energy.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing, hopefully I can come and see you.
I can't wait to see you're doing your stand-up tour too. So
Yes.
I'll come see you.
We'll be on tour at the same time.
I'll go to your show. It'd be so fabulous.
Yeah, I'll come to yours.
Who opens for you?
I used to have a drag queen, like a local drag queen, open for me at my last tour. And I kind of want to figure out who are the local queens who are doing
Nice.
stand-up comedy, because I want to give them the opportunity to be
Yeah.
seen in front of,
That's
this
wonderful.
audience. Yeah. I like to, give back to my own community as much
Very
as
good.
possible. Should we do a show together?
We should.
I think we should.
I think
Yeah.
it's time.
I think it is time.
Yeah.
And we should talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on.
You are hilarious. You're beautiful. You're kind. You're kinky. You are Margaret Cho.
Right back at you, honey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Where can the audience who doesn't already know who Margaret Cho is, I don't know who you are, but if they don't, where can they find you on social media?
People can find, you can get tickets to my shows at margaretcho.com. And then you can also go to Instagram at Margaret_Cho. I'm on TikTok at The Margaret Cho. And I'm everywhere.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for and thank you for coming to Sapphira. I want you to always remember to truly love and accept who you are, when you are, where you are, how you are. You are perfect today. It's me, Sapphira Cristál, and I wanted to talk to you about something that's not always talked about, but should be. It's therapy. Therapy has helped me out through some tough times. I used to have an anger management issue. I used to have a substance abuse issue. If it weren't for therapy, I don't know that I would have gotten through any of these things. Now, finding the right therapist can be tough, but finding a therapist who takes your insurance, that can be tougher than getting on Drag Race. I thought it could be tougher until I found out about Rula. Rula partners with over 100 insurance plans to make online therapy affordable. I mean, the average copay is just $15 per session. What can you get for $15 anymore? Not only is Rula affordable, but they truly tailor the online therapy experience to you. Rula considers your goals, preferences, and backgrounds to pair you with the right licensed in-network therapist who can truly help you. No more waiting in doctor's offices. No more frustrating back and forths. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that actually covered by insurance. Visit Rula.com/Sapphira to get started today. That's RULA.com/SAPPHIRA. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. Hey y'all, it's me, Sapphira Cristál, and welcome back to Sapphira. More specifically, Ask Sapphira, the more interactive part of my show. You have all submitted questions, and I am going to answer them to the best of my ability. And one thing about me, I'm going to be honest. So are you ready for this? And if you ever want to be a part of Ask Sapphira and you want to ask something deep, you want to know exactly how I feel, you need some life advice, submit all your questions to Sapphira. Where are we telling them to submit their questions? Our first question is, it's the easy one. What's your favorite spot to eat in Philly? Well, I love Philadelphia food. Second only to Houston's food. And I moved to Philadelphia, and I found out a long time ago when I was in Houston that they had basically Houston and Philadelphia were rivals for the fattest city, which I know that Houston's the rival for the fattest city because we got some good food, honey, and we love to eat. And then I got to Philadelphia and realized they have some trashy food and people just eat shit. No, but they do have great food. One of my favorite places to eat is called the Oyster House. It's downtown, or Center City as we call it in Philadelphia. Also Pearl and Mary, another great place for oysters. If I'm not gonna have an oyster, I love steak, so I go to Butcher and Singer or Ocean Prime. I actually prefer Butcher and Singer steaks. They're really, really delicious. This is all in Center City. If I'm gonna branch out of Center City, I'm gonna go to K-Pot because I love some Korean barbecue and hot pot at the same time, all you can eat for like $50. It is the deal that you cannot beat. And I love the donuts from Federal Donuts. Oh, get the honey donut, get some fried chicken, get the honey donut. It is to die for. And my favorite place to get a cheesesteak in Philadelphia is John's Roast Pork in South Philadelphia on Snyder. It's just the best. It is the best. They make it exactly how you want it. It's gonna be delicious. They have all fresh ingredients. I like mine with provolone. I like with they have a nice sharp provolone. And if you're not into a cheesesteak at all, their roast pork is supreme. Next question. What's your favorite drag outfit look? What's your favorite drag look and why? I don't know. I really do enjoy being in drag a lot. This is one of my favorite dresses to wear in general. It shows off all my curves. It puts the girls up. It's really lovely to look at. It's kind of sparkly. You can't see the stones because this is filming. One thing you'll learn about film is you can't see stones really unless it's incredible. But one of my other favorite looks, let's say my favorite look from Drag Race my season, I would say would be the flower. The flower was stunning. Also, the big blue royal queen look I love because I actually had that look before I went to Drag Race. It was just a look that I loved, that I wore all the time. And when I think of Supreme Drag, I think of that and that. When they said, we want to see you in your signature color, I was just like, well, we got that already. Next. Next question, actually, is which club/venue has been your favorite to work with so far? Any horse? I love all the clubs that I go to and work with. They all have been so kind to me. Actually, apparently my reputation precedes me, and it's not a good one, but it's a made-up one because someone made up a reputation that I was a diva. The diva is diva-ing, honey. But everywhere I go, the girls say, oh, you're actually really, really sweet. You're really kind. I really enjoyed having you here. Because guess what? I treat everyone with kindness. I am that girl. I am the girl who you see on TV. I'm sweet, I'm kind, I'm generous, I'm genuine. I am going to party with you all night long, even though I don't drink. Baby, I remember I went to this place, Denver, Tracks, and afterward, the girls, they were all going, they had another club. I went in there and danced my butt off because they were playing good freaking music. I'm that girl. We have a good time. I love to have a good time. And I've been sober for 7 years, but that is not going to keep me from getting it down, honey. Now, no matter where you go, you must always be kind. Always be present because that is the way that you make these connections with these people. Now, if you want to see me at your local bar, you make sure you talk to, you know who's in charge. I don't necessarily. I love going to Chicago. I love going to Ann Arbor. I love going to New York. I love going to Mississippi. I love it all. I love the places. There was this one, now speaking of horror stories, I did have this one place where I walked in and the owner was actually a pretty big jerk. He was pretty mean, and I kept a smile on my face. I was actually wearing this exact dress. I kept a smile on my face, and I was like, "Yeah, it's all right." We're just, I think my assistant was like, "Hey, we are trying to figure out all the logistics," and he was just like, "I'm not gonna do that." And I was just like, "He's going through it, girl. Let's just give him some grace, let him go through." And I did the gig. I had a good time. Everyone enjoyed me. I got my booty licked. It was a fun night. Next question is, what other TV show would you like to compete on? Honestly, the show that I wanted to compete on, I got on, and I nearly won, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I don't know that every other competition show is like that one, so I don't know that I would want to do another show that's competition, but honestly, I have really liked Traders. I kind of want to do one of those cooking competition shows. I think those are really cool. And there's a new show with Parker Posey. I just love Parker Posey. So I kind of want to do Mob because I love Parker Posey and I just want to hang out with my girl, Parker Posey. But I would like to act more. I audition constantly. I love a procedural. Yeah, I love a procedural. They're so great. And I do want to do a sitcom. I kind of want my own sitcom. Imagine me sitcomming it up with these big old things called Mother Knows Breast. I think it could happen. If you know someone who's producing sitcoms for telly or Netflix, shoot. Let's just do it straight to Netflix. Ain't got time for whatever's going on in all those network television things. Next question is, who do you think will win All Stars 11? I think that the person who will win will be the winner. I'm hoping it's Dawn or Morphine or Hershey, because those are my girls. Those are my season 16 girls, and I root for my girls every time. I'm always rooting for them. What's your favorite song to perform besides one of your own? I love a song called Dreamin' by Lolita Holloway, and you should look it up. It is so good. Lolita Holloway, people know from her song Love Sensation, which is really, really great. Love Sensation. That's all I can sing that we have the rights for. But if you want to hear her blow, and then you just want to see a drag queen act her butt off, me, and I got a lot of butt to act off. But if you want to see something go down, watch a drag queen do Dreamin' by Lolita Holloway. It is supreme. My first would probably be Airmail Special by Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald Airmail Special was pretty great. It's one of my favorite songs. You might have seen me prior to Drag Race on your Instagram or your Twitter doing the Airmail Special. It apparently goes viral every single time it's played, but it's a really, really, really fun time. I really enjoyed myself. Which queens from your season do you stay in touch with? And I stay in touch with every queen from my season as much as possible. I'm kind of not the girl who I don't talk on the phone a lot, or I don't text a lot. I do talk on the phone a lot. I also don't FaceTime a lot. I'm like, get me on the phone and let's chit chat, because I'm a millennial, like a solid millennial, not even like an elder or a young millennial. I'm smack dab in the middle of the millennial life, and so I remember just being on the phone for hours, and I talk to Jujubee for hours all the time. That's who I talk to all the time. And I have been on the phone with Tsunami for 4 or 5 hours. Some of my daughters, Plasma, Dawn, and Amanda, they don't even take my call because they know it's about to be a long one. They're like, it's gonna be a long conversation if we get on this call. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I talk to them all. I love my sisters. I think it's very important to stay in contact with those who you adore and love, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Where can I stay up to date all things Sapphira? Oh, I mean, the thing is, the algorithm does not care if you know about the things that you want to know about. They care if you are obsessed with something for as much as you can be obsessed about it. So if you want to know about Sapphira Cristál, where you can see the shows, where you can go to sapphiracristal.com. That is SAPPHIRACRISTAL.com. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. My stuff is all over there. I'm always doing something. That's the wonderful thing about my life is I stays busy. I'm not one of these queens who's like, oh, I need another break. I can't stand breaks. I don't like vacations. I want to be busy. I want to be working. I want to make money, and I want to be entertaining people as much as possible. So there will always be a show that you can come and see me, and they will not be the same ever. So you can always go and see the next show. If you see me doing stand-up once, the next time you see me doing stand-up, they will be new jokes. So go and see it. And you will laugh, honey. Maybe I make people laugh at stuff they didn't even know they could laugh about. Next question. Are you doing a show in Harrisburg, PA this year? I'm from Philadelphia, and I have never been to Harrisburg. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But guess what? For Harrisburg Pride, I will be there on July 23rd. I will be there on July 25th. So I'll see you guys for my first time ever in Harrisburg, ever, on July 25th. And, come get your hugs from Safi, honey. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to perform some songs, and then I'm going to, smile and take pictures. I'm also going to get some chocolate, because that's where you get chocolate. No, that's Hershey. Okay, whatever. Next question. What are some tips for a classical singer trying to improve their vocal health and technique? My tips for a classical singer trying to improve their vocal health and technique is get a coach. We cannot do this alone. Honestly, everyone has a coach. All singers have a coach. All successful singers have a coach. Someone has to listen to you. You can't hear it all yourself. It's all here. And the way that we sing, it's so loud that it kind of distorts what we're actually hearing. So you always have to have someone listen to you. I remember there's this old story of an opera singer who, had, I think it was Maria Callas, who decided after her first role that she didn't need to take any more lessons because she finally did it. And she had her first night. She did it. She didn't have a lesson the next week and just shit the bed. It was horrible. And she went back to her teacher, was like, it was bad. She was like, yeah, girl, I told you to come back next week. What made you think that you didn't need to do this ever? You have to stay on your lessons. You have to stay in with someone who knows what they're talking about. Now, it's hard to find someone who knows what they're talking about because everyone knows a little bit and some people know a lot. I would try and get someone who knows a bit of vocal pedagogy, who knows, it depends on what your type of sound you're trying to look for. My teacher, Danielle Wright, is amazing. My other teacher, Jeremiah Abia, are also amazing. It just depends on what you're going for. And they're both actually quite well-rounded in the way that they teach. But just get someone who can identify what you're working towards and help you with making sure that your dreams can come true without hurting your instrument. When are you going back to All Stars? Oh, the question of the day. People always want to know, when are you going back to All Stars? We want to see you on our television. It's like, honey, my season's still up. If you want to see a girl turn it out, you can still go see it. Just don't watch the last episode. Actually, watch the last episode up until the lip sync, and you will see me fiercely, honey. I will eat the girls up. You know, I'm going to go back when they ask me, you know, again, and when the time is right, it'll happen. You know, I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm still working. If you want to see the diva, go to SapphiraCristál.com and get your tickets to the shows. Next question. I like this question. What's a movie/TV show, book, or game that has heavily influenced who you are today? Honestly, my ADHD is so bad, I can't remember most things. So I'm going to have to say the Bible. Final answer. Yeah, final answer. I think, you know, I'm very kind to people. I do unto others as I would have do unto myself. I have like literally shielded prostitutes as much as possible. I've had like multiple partners at the same time, you know, like David, sorry. And so, you know, I try to be as biblical as possible. Tell us something we don't know about Sapphira. Something you don't know about Sapphira. I don't know. I say everything. I'm an open book. You got to ask the question. That's not a real question. Something you don't know about me. I don't know what you know. Asking me what you don't know. I hate it when people ask, cop-out ass questions like that. Tell me something I don't know. I don't know what you do know. You tell me what you don't know. Ask me the question. Ugh. Them questions piss me off. Why Are You So Fierce by Bacon Lover. Aw, that's Boomer Banks. Isn't that Boomer? That's Boomer Banks. I am fierce because I have no other option. That's just life for me. I can't not be fierce. All I could do is be this. That's how I live. That's how I love. That's how I laugh. Being fierce is my existence. Also, just being is my existence. I love life. I was thinking the other day about some people and like how they have all these, however, some people have this trajectory and this trajectory. And I think to myself, like, I'm glad that my life is going the way that it's going because I get to live it and I hope to live it as long as possible. And some people have fast upheavals because it didn't last that long. But it was great when it was there. And I'm very happy to have known these people. And so I say to you all, live your life as hard and as good and as fun and as smiley and eat all the good food. Like, enjoy yourself because life is so enjoyable, even in some stupid ass times like now. What piece of advice would you give a starting drag queen? A starting drag queen should know how to do makeup. There's no excuse for you not to know how to do your face with YouTube University. Number 2, you need to learn how to sew. Not just for Drag Race, but clothes are expensive when you're having someone else make them for you. So you might as well learn how to do it yourself. Also, you're able to create some things that nobody else will be able to conceive of because they're coming straight from you, straight into the sewing machine, straight onto your body. You are your own best dresser, honey. Learn to do hair. Baby, learn how to do all the things so that at some point, if you have someone else doing something for you and they're doing it wrong, you can at least help them figure out how to do it right. Because I know how to do hair, because I know how to sew, because I know how to do my makeup, because I can act, because I can sing, because I can dance, I can always communicate with those who I'm collaborating with, who I'm dancing under, who I'm choreographing for, who's directing me. It's very easy for me to collaborate with other artists because I learned as much as I could before, and I still need to know some more stuff. Shoot, I'm learning how to produce right now. Produce music, that is. When will you invite Plain Jane on the podcast? I've invited Plain Jane onto the podcast. The question is, when will she say yes? Plain. They want to know. They want to know, where is Plain? Na 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 na. Girl, catch your plane and get your ass over here. Let's have a good time. I love my sister Plain. Sometimes I feel like she's very much misunderstood, but I love her. I understand her. I get it. And you just got to get it. If you don't get it, it wasn't meant for you. Well, that seems to be all of the questions we have so far. But I want to hear from you more often, and I want to hear some more in-depth questions. Ask me about some life advice. Tell me about your booty holes. Tell me about your graduation parties or something. No, I want to hear about the drama. I want to tell you how to live your life. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, that seems to be all the questions we have so far, but I want to hear from you more often. Do you have any questions about life? Do you have any questions about drag? Do you have a question about anything? Just send your questions to AskSapphira@SapphiraCristál.com. That's AskSapphira@SapphiraCristál.com. And we will have another bit of Ask Sapphira. And I want to really get into the stuff with you. Tell me more about you.